is Channel 6 News. I'm Jeannie Lurchin along with Richard Corey with a look at what's happening in and around the Tri-Community area this week. The Romeo School Board met on Monday, June 8th to a packed RETC. Topics on the agenda included the budget deficit. Tensions ran high as the board made long-lasting decisions.
Basically, the district is facing some serious financial challenges. We have to look at it from the short-term perspective. We have what was laid in front of us in the closed section, some of the significant impact and challenges we have for the 2009-2010 school year. A large nature of the discussion is the fact that it's not going to get better, or at least the initial outlook. So the team that's looking at this is looking at it from the standpoint of short-term and long-term solutions for what we have to take place, that needs to take place. We've got to continue to collaborate with all the stakeholders that are involved and moving this forward, and that's being laid out. And that there's going to be finance subcommittee meetings that are going to look at this and take a deeper dive. So there's nothing really more than that we can share at this stage. So the fact is that the board wants to see a balanced budget. So that's been pretty much the direction and the common goal moving forward. And the fact is that there has to be continued collaboration to be able to move towards that. I appreciate it. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Washington Township celebrated Super Sunday last weekend. The day kicked off with the 52nd annual Firefighters Pancake Breakfast. After Chief Potera put on quite a display of flipping pancakes.
Today we had a great day for our 52nd annual Pancake Breakfast. The proceeds are going for the Great Lakes Burn Camp. And this camp helps kids that are post-burn trauma, burn victims. They send them a camp and give them a sense of normality. And we send, that money goes for the counselors and all the expenses so these kids can go to camp and interact with each other. Again, the guys have done a great job putting this together. Also, some of the money goes towards the senior citizens community, and they use it to, some monies to have events for the senior citizens. So everything's turned out real well, great turnout, great weather, and great pancakes as usual.
The day also included music by the Zack Attack, a petting zoo, arts and crafts, and displays at the Washington Historical Museum. One of the highlights was the smoke-filled house staffed by Washington firefighters to teach kids about fire safety and how to get out of a burning building. Supervisor Dan O'Leary was pleased with the weather and the turnout.
Well, we're really pleased with the turnout here at Washington Township's Pancake Breakfast. We're very happy that you all came. I'd like to thank the firemen for the great job they've done. They take the proceeds from this, their portion of the proceeds, and they turn it over to the burn camp to help kids who have been injured in fires, and that's a wonderful thing. I'd also like to thank the Parks and Rec folk and all the senior folks and for all the volunteers that have helped here today. And we thank you all for coming. We very much appreciate your supporting this event and supporting our firemen and our seniors. Take care.
The first ever Romeo military rally was also held last weekend. The Lions Field was overtaken by American and German troops, recreating a battlefield experience of World War II. Military vehicles of different sizes and shapes were on display. Uniforms and weapons were also worn and displayed. Local resident Don Feltner, a World War II vet, shares his experience of Remagen Bridge. Channel 6 will have a special presentation on this reenactment and an in-depth interview with Don Feltner. So check the local listing or the Channel 6 website for dates and times. At the last Washington Township Board meeting, Supervisor Dan O'Leary presented Ed Walla, who has enforced Washington Township ordinances for 34 years, with a special recognition.
This little wooden book with the Washington Township logo on there, and inside's a clock. And it says, presented to, hopefully this is working, presented to Ed Walla in appreciation and special recognition of more than 34 years of service to the community. The Washington Township Board of Trustees honors you on your retirement. You have served this community with integrity and dedication. Your efforts have protected our residents, enhanced the beauty of our town, and given comfort to others during difficult times. We wish you the best of luck and thank you for the work you have done. May 1st, 2009. And under the clock it says, for taking time to serve. Congratulations.
Also in Washington Township, the Water Department has asked us to remind you to do your part toward keeping water costs down this summer and refrain from watering between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. and again from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you have any questions regarding this, call them at 752-1052. A few weeks ago, we reported that our local senior center was busy collecting and packing supplies to send to our servicemen and women. Well, now they're requesting help from the community for monetary donations so they can ship all the supplies they collected. So if you think you can help, just bring your donation to the Romeo Senior Center and ask for Kathy Jo. The First Baptist Church in Washington Township recently hosted United States Marine Corps Captain Tim Lee. Mr. Lee, who was a double amputee receiving his wounds in Vietnam, gave a talk about his personal experiences.
These who are fighting for us today, in my opinion, are as great of a generation as my dad's generation who fought for America. They're putting their life on the line. We've had them in our services. I spoke at our own city's Memorial Day service a week ago yesterday, and we had a Gold Star mom and dad in the service who had lost their son in Iraq. We've had them in Little Rock. 6 families sat down front who had lost their sons in Iraq and Afghanistan. In Bakersville, California, 4 sets of parents on the front row, and all of their sons have been killed in Iraq.
Local resident Mike Fiscus, better known as the Movie Guy, is looking forward to a film festival and other kickoff events that are in the works to hopefully lure the movie makers to our area.
My name is Michael Fiscus. We just officially launched the Romeo Film Production Office. We're trying to get the Romeo community to tap into the growing Michigan film industry. We want to be able to go after more than just the location work. We'd also like to tap into the Detroit advertising market, which has a huge potential for localized production work. We'd like to get as many residents as we can involved in the physical production of the work, doing everything from set construction, editing, security, acting and extras, catering. If you look at the credits at the end of the film, the list is endless of the potential opportunities that we can get for people in our community to get back to work. We'll also be hosting a kickoff party for the office at Younger's on Friday, June 12th from 6 to 9 p.m. in the Upstairs Club. We'd like to encourage everyone that's interested in learning more about the opportunities in the film industry and what we're doing with the Romeo Film Production Office to come on out and talk with us. We'll have some industry professionals there. They'll be answering questions and speaking to what it's like working in the film industry. And we'll also be announcing details on our upcoming Student Film Festival. It's going to be a film contest for students, college or high school, to create a 3 to 6 minute film, with the requirements being that they have to feature one of the 3 communities very prominently in the film as a location, as well as calling out local talent properly in the credits. We'll also be putting together some seminars and some training sessions for residents that want to get more involved and figure out how they can fit in, get them educated so they can start working on these productions and hopefully get more work in the community.
This year's library summer reading program is going to kick off June 16th.
The library is the place to be this summer. Everyone can do a summer reading program at either library. The summer reading clubs all begin on June 16th. The adult club requires a valid Romeo library card. Adults just need to read a list of 5 books to be in the grand prize drawing.
For children of all ages, the theme is Be Creative at Your Library. The program kicks off with Drum Unity, where everyone gets a drum or percussion instrument to play. Just read a little every day and check in with the librarians for prizes. Audiobooks count too. First, you get a sticker after 5 days. Then you get a bookmark and popcorn after 10 days. Then you get a pencil after 15 days. And you get a temporary tattoo after 20 days. You get a finger puppet after 25 days. And you get comic books and coupons after 30 days.
The young